All right, here's a little history lesson for you all. This bridge right here crosses the Merrimack River. When I was a kid, we used to come down here to the Merrimack River, right down here, and there was a rope swing tied to a tree that we used to swing on. And where I'm standing now used to be Route 66. Times Beach, named after the St. Louis Times newspaper, who offered lots for a subscription to their newspaper. This was to be a resort community, but ended up it only had about 2,000 residents, most of whom fled during massive flooding in the 70s. But here's what happened next. Well, the guy that I used to work for down at a mobile station in Manchester, Missouri, Dave Bliss, used to take all the waste oil that he'd collect in the garage and from doing oil changes, and he'd spray it on the dirt roads out here. Not a big deal. It's just oil keeping the dust down, until a massive flood came through here and, quote unquote, unearthed dioxin, deadly dioxins. And that became a great big boondoggle for lots and lots of money. So the government came in, bought the town of Times Beach, ran everybody out, and took over the land and pretty much desecrated everything. Cleaned up the land through a super fund, which was a lot of big money. And now the bridge, as you can see, over Route 66 is gone. The only thing still standing is Steiny's back here. And it's actually pretty sad, because there could be really cool beach riverfront homes here. But when the water comes up, it comes up pretty high. Dave, aka Russell Bliss, he was fined, even though he was hired to do dust control, and he was severely punished. My parents used to take my brother and I through Times Beach on our way to my grandparents' house in St. Clair, Missouri. What was a nice little getaway was stripped and made into a park surrounded by multi-million-dollar homes on the hills in the surrounding area. Steiny's Inn was turned into a visitor center, which is good because it's still standing, but is the lone building representing what once was. This native's opinion is that this was a land grab, and I can't find anyone who disagrees other than, quote, officials, end quote. Great memories and some interesting history here to explore. Stop in and spend a few hours checking it out. You won't be disappointed. That's the story of Times Beach right there. Had a blast here as a kid.